Habaragani, and happy Kwanzaa from Sheila Forrest, our president and CEO, myself, Russ, our brother Victor Little, and the rest of the Afroworld family. Now, today marks day 6 of Kwanzaa. Each day during Kwanzaa, we go over one of the Nguzo Zaba, the 7 principles, and try to bring new insight to the Kwanzaa ceremony. Yesterday, we covered Nia, or purpose, and some of the comments that I received from the discussions that your family had were absolutely heartwarming. Today, the principle that we'll be looking at is Kuumba, which means creativity. In the words of Dr. Karenga, the point of Kuumba is to do as much as we can in the way that we can in order to leave our community more beautiful and beneficial than we inherited it. Now, I had the good fortune recently to work with a man named Darren Seals Sr., the founder of Sankofa Unity Center here in town. And if I ever met a person who more exudes the idea of Kuumba, I don't remember who it was. If you don't know Darren's story, I urge you to visit his Facebook page or just Google Darren Seals Sankofa. But in summary, this man went from being in a gang to creating a mentoring program for at-risk youth. And I personally watched him feed dozens, if not hundreds of families leading up to this past Christmas. Most people talk about change, but seeing his creativity, his passion, and his tireless effort to leave his community better than he found it was exactly what I envision when I hear the word Kuumba. Now it's time to go back to our Kwanzaa table. As you already know by now, the colors of the candles have meaning. We have our black unity candle representing Ujamaa, and I'm going to go ahead and light that now. We have our first red candle. We have our first red candle representing Kuji Chitgulia. And then our next candle, Ujima. And then Ujamaa. And then yesterday's principle, Nia. And that brings us up to Kuumba, or creativity. Another great example of using creativity in a way that left the community literally more beautiful was a project from the city where my parents were raised and all of my siblings were born, Detroit, Michigan. The project was called the City Walls Mural Project, and its aim was pure genius. City Walls was launched in 2017 to allow property owners who've received a blight violation ticket associated with graffiti to commission a mural to be painted to satisfy the remediation portion of the ticket. The goal of the program was to benefit the community by creating attractive pieces of public art that illegal taggers would appreciate and respect. In short, they painted murals from local artists that replaced the work of illegal taggers. Now I call that creativity. Now, before we sign off, I wanted to remind all of our viewers that have not yet decided to participate in a Kwanzaa ceremony that many of the items on our Kwanzaa table are still available for sale at Afroworld, in case you'd like to do a one-day ceremony either on Friday or Saturday when you can get the whole family together. Your assignment for today, to as a family come up with 2 or 3 creative ideas that will make your community, remember, community begins at home, more beautiful and better than it is right now. And yes, refrigerator art counts. On behalf of my sister, President and CEO Sheila Forrest, our founders, Russ Little Sr. and Thelma Little, myself, Russ the unpaid intern, and our brother Victor, and the entire Afroworld family, happy Kwanzaa, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.